What's going on, everyone? Today I'm going to be walking you through my workflow and my process behind making Instagram Reels. So let's get right into it. First, what I'll do is I will sit down and brainstorm different ideas for Instagram Reels. I'll take 30 minutes, an hour, and try and batch brainstorm different ideas. And sometimes that looks like just me thinking of different ideas. Sometimes I'm inspired by a reel that I see. Other times it's just looking through audio that I have saved on Instagram to come up with ideas, or look through like a Spotify playlist of trending audio. Here's one example of a Spotify playlist that I've used in the past. What I'll do is I'll just go in and sort by the date added, and that way I can see the most recent music added, and oftentimes it links up with the current trending audio. And I'm sure there are many different playlists like this, but I've found that this one specifically has been helpful for me. So in that brainstorming session, I will go into my notes tab like you can see here. So what I'll do is I'll create a new note for every idea I have, or roughly every idea I have. We're gonna look at two different types of Instagram Reels that I've made. And this specific example is the more music and audio based reel. And so as you can see here, this is one that I just recently posted. I'll come in, title it Reel, followed by the song title, and any other notes. So this one, it was a saved audio file from a reel, just so I knew where to reference it. This check is what I add after I've created the reel. So when I go through my list, I can just pass right over it because I know I've already made that reel. What I'll do after the title is I'll jot down a few notes. In this example, I kind of knew what I wanted just based on hearing the music, and so I didn't really need to go any further than just making a quick note of I want to use some photos from Caleb and Anna's engagement. So the second type of reel that I've made in the past is the more story-based reel, and we're going to look at an example of that right now. So again, same thing with the title. I knew this was a reel, and then the title of the song. With story-based reels like this, you can see that there are a few more steps that I take in order to plan out what I want done. So you can see a few other notes that I have here. For instance, I wanted to use a green screen, and specifically the kind of backdrop I wanted on the green screen, different gear I might need. Sometimes I'll plot out and script out what I want to say or what I want to do in it, as you can see here. So for this reel specifically, I already had a title in mind, so I wrote that down. Other times, as I'll talk about soon, I just come up with the titles when I'm creating the title cards. So now we're going to look a little bit more into how I went about creating this reel until I found you. Once I find the video or the music, I'll go in and use this program called 4K Video Downloader. It works the same way as the websites you can find online for free. I found that this is just a more reliable software, and I'm not worried about getting a virus every time I use it. So once I have the audio file, I will then create a folder structure. I already have a generic folder structure made, so I will just duplicate it. I already have this folder created because I already made this reel, so we can just look at this. I'll bring in my images and the music that I'll be using, just so I have everything in one place and know where to find it in the future. After that, I will open up Final Cut and import all my footage, all my images, all my music, create a project, and just kind of drop everything in there. I'll then find the specific section of music I want to use for the reel and chop it to the specific length that I want. This one's pretty simple and straightforward, so I didn't need to do a lot of editing for it, but I'll still watch through it, listen through it a few times just to make sure everything looks and sounds right. Once I have everything exactly as I want it, I will export it. After that, I will open up Illustrator and create my title cards. As I said before, sometimes I have a title in mind already, other times I will create it here when I'm making these. I use the same structure every single time so that my brand is consistent. For this one, I just ended up settling on the name of the song for the title. Sometimes I come up with the title based on what I want to say in the post. Other times like this, I just wanted to show off my work, and so I didn't feel like I needed to make the title anything special. I always create 2 title cards because I often will batch edit my reels and I never know when I'm going to post them, and I alternate which title card colors I use in between posts. After that, I will take those 2 title card files and the video file and airdrop them to my phone. From there, sometimes I'll upload them immediately to Instagram and make any necessary edits that I need, whether that be adding text or captions to the video, and then I will save it as a draft. I've been posting about once a week recently because that just works for me and my schedule. After I post the reels, I will archive my projects in my folders so that I have them if I ever need to come back to them in the future. I really enjoyed making this video, so if you liked it too, please let me know in the comments or shoot me a direct message. Feel free to make any suggestions of what you want to see in the future. Otherwise, we will see you in the next post. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right there. That's